All right. You know, I definitely now get why people say that customer service jobs be giving them the hardest times ever, right? But it's also kind of the bright side. I'm way back here, am I? The bright side about this happening is that it shows me. I'm gonna do this so you guys can see me. Yeah. The bright side about this is that it shows that this is a rare occasion. This is the first time this happened, and I've been working there for like 3 months now. So a little bit of background, before I, get into my little passionate rant. You know what I'm saying? Which I've already ranted about it to my mom, who works with me, just not in the exact same area. Okay, so a little bit of background. I have a job now, and I work at the airport, right? Um, it's not important what airline I work for. I am customer service, right? And what that means is that I'm the one checking people in and doing the gate and, like, people helping people board and stuff. Like, I'm those people. You ever went to the airport? You either encounter them at the front if you're checking in a bag, a large ass bag that cannot be small enough, to carry on, or at the gate when you're scanning your boarding pass to get in the damn plane. I'm that type of person. That's my position. What airport do I work at? I work at the Fayetteville Airport, right? You know what I'm saying, specifically. And why is that important is that I'm trying to give you guys an idea of the size of the airport that we're working with. You guys, I'm pretty sure you guys know I'm in North Carolina, and you know, people be like, "What airport you work in North Carolina? You either work in RDU or you work in Charlotte." I don't work in either one of those big ass international airports. No, 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 no. I work in the small ass countryside airport. Not really countryside. It's been modernized and it's pretty up to par with the shit you get in Raleigh, for the most part. But listen, um, so I'm just gonna make it long story short. Well, actually, before I make it long story short, another job we have as customer service people is to push wheelchairs. And for people that work at airports or have been to airports, you see people pushing wheelchairs for usually the elderly or people that have a disability, and they need help to get to their flight, because obviously airlines see that these people are at physically disadvantaged from going upstairs and going through security. Like, some of them cannot even stand up, to get to go through TSA, where you stand up and you hold your hands above your head. Yeah, they can't even do that, so I don't have to help them do that. So that's what we do. Also, not only do we do the ticket counter and the gate, we also push wheelchairs. And the pros of pushing wheelchairs is the tips you make. Made hella tips, like at least $200 worth of tips, man. I got like $71 in tips in my wallet, man. And two, it can kind of distract you away from doing the gate, because the gate is kind of stressful. It's a bunch of shit you gotta do. Like, you gotta conduct the minute briefing, make the announcements, verify your crew. Oh yeah, we also clean the plane because we're a small airport. We don't have people that clean planes, right? Even though I feel like the airport should hire people that clean planes for both because at this airport there's only two airlines, American and Delta. But yeah. So what I'm trying to say is this. Yeah, we push wheelchairs, right? For people that don't need, okay, this is super important. We push wheelchairs for not people that need them, for people that want them. When they request, we fulfill the request and we give it to you. And a couple things you guys have to understand is that, number one, they're free. Literally, you go up to the counter. Can I get a wheelchair to push me upstairs? On it, right? It does not matter if you're a child who wants to sit down because their feet hurt. It does not matter if you're a tired adult who's not disabled at all. They're just tired and they just want, to relax in the chair. They want a chair, they're getting it. I put it in their PNR, which is their record next to their name on the computer, which lets other airports know about it, because usually our airport, they go straight to Atlanta. Atlanta's a big ass hub. They're always connecting from Atlanta to somewhere, right? Yeah. They're free, and their request is free as well. You could just, if you want it, you can have it. We don't question shit. If you want it, you get it. That's it. And also, last thing to consider, we always have wheelchairs ready for everything, including going up and coming down. Who's coming down on the wheelchairs, you might ask? The flight coming in, right? The flight coming in, we look on the PNR, which lets us know how much wheelchairs are coming off. Now, if people do not mark down how much wheelchairs are coming off, then there's no way for us to know how much wheelchairs are coming off, right? If we see nothing in the system, we would prepare like there's nothing coming off. If there is two in the system, we prepare as if there's two. And something I fucking hate, which this is gonna fill my things I hate video, is when I talk about like work stuff, that I hate, these small little pet peeves and little nitpicks I have. I fucking hate when these retarded ass gate agents in whatever airport they came from don't put in the PNR that they're riding on a wheelchair. It is their job to put it in there, right? To put it in their itinerary, which is like, all their records shows if they're traveling internationally, it shows if their passport's good. And it shows that if they have a pet, if it's a mother or a father with an infant carrying, a child, you put infant in arms in the PNR, service animals, etc. Right? Not the PNR, the itinerary. If their baggage that we checked in has a firearm, that's in their itinerary. We can trace that information. I feel like I'm rambling on, but yeah, you guys get the point. We push wheelchairs up, we push wheelchairs down. Wheelchairs are free at request. If you want it, we give it to you. There's nothing. And oh yeah, last thing is that it does not matter who you are, your wheelchair service is going to be the same, because you guys usually want the same thing. You want us to take you down to baggage claim, or you want us to take you up to the gate. That's it. If you want to go to the bathroom, we're not your mother. We don't hold your hand to the bathroom. We push you to the gate, and we get you through security, or we push you downstairs to get to baggage claim, and we help you get your bags. Obviously, yeah, that's it. Um, so yeah, on the day this happened, the PNR told us that two wheelchairs are coming off. It was like at roughly 4:15, probably like 5 something. On last Tuesday, the flights were delayed as shit. I don't know what was going on in Atlanta, but yeah, the flights were delayed as fuck. And the PNR said two wheelchairs are coming off. Okay, cool. We prepare as if two wheelchairs are coming off. We prepare as if two wheelchairs are coming off. Also, another thing that sucks about this is that the people whose names are actually on the wheelchair PNR, like the people who actually like are expecting a wheelchair, their service might get fucked up, because now I got to take these people down that just came before them. It's a first come first serve thing. You have your wheelchair. Okay, I'm gonna get to that. Yeah. The flight attendant said there's 4 wheelchairs. Thank God we had 4 wheelchairs up there, because the whole day has been busy as fuck, because it's holiday time. And yeah, I managed to push one down, and I think one of my coworkers managed to push another one down. And then last but certainly not least, I don't. She wasn't probably the last one to get off the plane, but she was last because when you get off the plane, you know how you usually go use the bathroom. She wanted to go do that. Okay, cool. She went to go use the bathroom, and I think either my mom, who works outside and I work inside, told me, or my coworker, who's actually like my supervisor for customer service people, um, she said, just take these two down right now, just to get them down there. there's no point waiting on her. Like, just take these down now, and we'll come back and get her, right? I took them down just fine. I went back upstairs, and the lady was still there waiting. Um, a good time has passed. What you guys have to realize is that when you take a wheelchair down, right, it takes a good while because you have to wait for the ramp, which are the employees that work outside in the plane. They take the baggages out, they put the baggages in, and all that other stuff. Make sure the plane is all, set to go for takeoff. They work outside, orange vest wearing people, those guys that hold the orange sticks and move the plane forward, those guys, that's the ramp. And they push the bags down and then put them on the conveyor belt, and then baggage claim starts moving. That process takes like 5 fucking minutes. And today, if there's hella wheelchairs, I'm probably gonna do that or I'm probably gonna run back upstairs really fast because there's like a door right next to baggage claim. I'll run upstairs really fast and I'll bring them downstairs quickly and, straighten all that up. I can take 2 wheelchairs down if they come out the plane right away. If they wait until the last second, then yeah, sorry. Um, I have to keep track of time because I actually have to go to work in about a couple of minutes. I actually have to call a little Uber to take me to work. But yeah, what happened was, yeah, the lady came off. I don't know if she came off first or last, but she was last up there. And because she used the bathroom, I took all the other ones down and she waited up there. She waited up there for like, I kid you not, no more than 30 minutes. And her daughter-in-law, granddaughter, whatever, her relative, um, said 20 minutes during yesterday, which I'll get to that point. That's like the main meat of this story. Um, I took her down. And as soon as I get out of the sterile area, which is the sterile area is the area past TSA, where everybody there has been screened by TSA or is an authorized employee. Either one of the two, right? It's never somebody that's not been screened by TSA there or not an authorized employee. You know what I'm saying? It's never that. It's never that, right? So yeah, I took her out of the sterile area, and her granddaughter. I'm gonna call her granddaughter. She was like, "Oh my God, where were you?" She looked like worried and stuff, and I'm like, okay, yeah. Waited a little bit. I thought nothing of it. I thought they were just gonna go home like nothing happened. So yeah, she met up with her grandmother. Her grandmother, I'm not gonna give her name. Um, but she's 94 years old, which doesn't matter. That's later. That's later into the story. Yeah, I took her down. They met her, and she like looked like worried about her, even though you waited like 10 extra, 20 at max 20 extra minutes. And we took her downstairs, and because of how long the whole process took, the baggage claim belt stopped spinning. And what they're supposed to do is that any unclaimed bags, they're supposed to head on. They take the truck down to the offices next to the ticket counter, and they leave the rest of the bags outside of the door to hold for people to come claim them that way, right? Your bag is not lost, your bag is not stolen, your bag is not gone, your bag is not left in Atlanta. It is there with certainty. Nobody tells you that your bag is lost. Like customers might always be right when it comes to them bringing up, like, asking a question. There's no such thing as a dumb question from a customer. But I hate those customers that think they know everything. Because let's be fucking real. Customers don't know everything, and some of them don't know anything. They think they know everything, but they don't. Yeah, I took her down, and because baggage claim was not spinning, I took her to the office because obviously that's where her bag was gonna be. And the lady, the elderly woman that I was pushing in the wheelchair, she was like, "Oh my God, in Pittsburgh and in Atlanta, I had excellent service, but over here, you guys had me waiting for so long, and it was just terrible," or like something like that. That's not exactly what she said, but it was around that ballpark of what she said. I'm like, what the fuck? Um, it was totally fine. I went to go look for her bag by myself. Her granddaughter there is buying what she's saying. Mind you, she came, Saturday with some bullshit. I'm gonna get to that. I got her bag. It wasn't damaged and it was not stolen. Nothing bad happened. And I told them that they can leave now. And then yeah, they left. Right? I did my job at the end of the day. The only thing that went not to plan, not to code, the only difficulties was time. Your service was a little bit delayed, and that's it. You got your bag back. You weren't late to like a doctor's appointment or anything. Nothing. We did our job, just in a little longer than it was supposed to. But welcome to airports where the weather can change instantly and all the flights are delayed until 6 a.m. tomorrow or something. I don't know. But yeah, that happened. And fast forward to yesterday, which was Saturday, that morning, working that flight, checking people in, the same lady, the same elderly woman, 94-year-old woman, came up. She was checking in to leave Fayetteville. And her granddaughter came up, the same one that met me. And she was like, "Can I talk to a supervisor?" And or like, "Can I talk to a supervisor? I would like to file a complaint." And immediately in my brain, I immediately knew what she was going to say and what she was going to talk about. My fucking monitor is bright because it's kind of getting dark out. I immediately knew what she was going to bring up and talk about. She was going to talk about the day that I was 20 minutes late delivering her grandmother or whatever because she went to the bathroom. The gate agents disappeared, and instead of be like, well, take their time, there's no way they lost my bag, and when we leave this airport, tomorrow's a new day, they still are butthurt about it. So yeah, I called the supervisor down, and he gives a paper to her to write down what she says. She's like, well, my grandmother waited 20 minutes, and you know she does not have a phone. Wrong, she has a phone. Bitch, you're not slick. I literally saw your grandmother with a phone. You're lying. Um, yeah, she does not have a phone. She's 94 years old. Ma'am, I don't care if you're 100 years old. My service is the same. And also, this makes the service in Pittsburgh and Atlanta was amazing, and then come here, it was just pathetic. As your grandmother claims, she claims that the service in Pittsburgh and Atlanta was excellent, 5-star, but then coming here expecting the same shit. Oh my god, like that service, it made Fayetteville Airport look pathetic. Like, you guys are supposed to represent this city so people don't choose Raleigh. Wrong. We represent the city, but people do not choose us over Raleigh because we represent the city. People choose us over Raleigh because it's closer. And it gets you to Atlanta, which can get you to places like LA or places like Las Vegas or places like Seattle or places like fucking Asia. Atlanta airport goes to Asia, Korea, Japan, and shit. They go to Asia. It goes to lots of places in Europe. It goes to fucking Africa. Like, it goes to a lot of parts of the world. Atlanta. So people would connect through Fayetteville to Atlanta. That's why people would choose it over Raleigh. It makes no sense driving 90 minutes to Raleigh just to go to Atlanta and then go to Asia. It makes no sense. You just fly to JFK if it's cheaper, but you just do that. It's going to be more expensive anyway. I'm constantly checking the time. Um, yeah, that's why. It was just actually pathetic. And it's like, I think what fucked it up for them is that the lady, the 94-year-old woman, she was Sky Priority. And Sky Priority and Priority, or whatever any airline calls it, American Airlines calls it Priority, Delta calls it Sky Priority, right? When they're Sky Priority, it's kind of like they usually have first class seats, first class service, and we thank them, be like, thank you for being Sky Priority, thank you for being such a loyal member of Delta or whatever, which I just told what airline I work for, whatever. It was bound to happen. Yeah, we thank them and all that other shit. I think because they're first class in the plane, that means they're first class with wheelchairs. That makes no fucking sense. That only works for your bags, and it only works for you getting into the plane, right? Which you're gonna pre-board anyway because you're on a wheelchair, woman. Like, and that's exactly what she did. Yeah, so I think that's really what probably happened. And yo, her face was red, the granddaughter, her face was red, and like she was heated and livid, but she was good at keeping calm. And my face, I felt it turning red. I really tried my fucking hardest not to argue with this woman, not to start breaking into a fucking like a anime Discord level argument with this woman. Like the amount of emotion that would have been flying. Because she has it so she's so out of touch right now. She's just she wrong is not the right word. She's out of touch. She's spitting different shit. Like what she's saying is some bullshit, right? You know what I'm saying? And also what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, and I also told her about the PNR. Well, the main root of the problem, ma'am, was the fact that the PNR told us that 2 wheelchairs are coming off, but the flight attendant at the last second told us that there were 4. And by the last second, I mean literally when we move the jet bridge, they open the door, the passengers walk out last second. Like, if the wheelchairs are not there and there's 5 wheelchairs coming off, they're going to wait in that plane until we get wheelchairs out, or they're walking. Either one of the two. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's fucking crazy, yeah. And I told her about the PNR, and she's like, well, you guys better get it. You guys, wait. What? You guys? We did not do that. We did not do that. Don't be like you guys, like she's talking to me and us. We did not do that shit. That was either in Atlanta or in Pittsburgh, where she originated, right? I don't know who did it. It's somewhere along those ways that did it. You know, probably in Atlanta, they forgot to put in the new people, or in Pittsburgh, they did not put her name on the list. And regardless, the service is the same. I don't like to make enemies, but I already don't fucking like those two at all. I don't like them. I don't want them anywhere near me, my house, my family. It's just negative emotion around the whole thing. It really is some bad shit. And then yeah, when I go to push her to the people on wheelchairs, they pre-board, and what that means is that they go on the plane first. Like, I mean, like, their boarding pass is scanned. When the gate agent gives the thumbs up, gives the green light, you take them down to the plane and they go in. I pulled her up to the plane and she was sitting there confused. Ma'am, she was like, you know, I was telling her, ma'am, you're supposed to get up. Not like that. I would actually be like, okay, ma'am, there you go. And she was sitting there like confused, and I'm like, you know, in my head, I'm like, what the fuck are you looking at me like that for? You're supposed to get up and walk. Obviously, as you can see, I hope you can see, because if you have a vision impairment, then you should have put that in the PNR as well. You're supposed to get up and walk. There's handlebars, you have your cane on you, like, and, you know, whatever. Thank God the flight attendant was there, because it's the flight attendant's job at that point to, you know, pick up her hand and take her into the plane, which she did. But she looked at me confused, be like, ma'am, like, holy shit, these people, yo, just because you're sky priority in the plane does not mean you're sky priority in the whole airport. Does not mean that you got your medallion, your platinum medallion is hanging off your wheelchair, so we take extra care of you. Hell nah. Your wheelchairs don't have cup holders or whatever. They don't recline or anything. What the fuck? So yeah, man, that's kind of the whole story, bruh. I gotta change and get ready for work. Like, yo, that lady said, look, hold on. That lady said that I make a favor airport look bad. Look. We make favor airport look bad. I suck at pushing wheelchairs, right? I suck at pushing wheelchairs. I suck at pushing wheelchairs, right? I suck at pushing wheelchairs. I make the airport look bad. My wheelchair service sucks. I suck at pushing wheelchairs. These are fucking tips that other people with wheelchair I push on wheelchairs have gave me. Me, I push them by myself. I push wheelchairs, well, going up and down. Look at all these fucking tips I made. All these tips. Like, so yeah, man. I'm about to bounce up out of here. I gotta get ready to go for work. I got like 5 minutes to change. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later.